What's up? What's up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are joined here by Brian Mendoza, La Bala. What's going on, champ? Welcome back, and welcome to the new studio, man. What do you think?
Oh, man, I was just staring around, admiring it, man. The whole building, everything, man. I love how you guys always make it your own immediately. I know you guys just got here, but I love the spot already, man.
Thank you.
To you guys moving up.
Yeah, man, you got to come here and try out the gym. We have a full strength and conditioning facility and boxing facility downstairs.
Oh, I was already looking. I was getting ideas.
So you still with Ishmael Salas?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so how's things been going since the last time we met you over at Sticky Paws?
So the training's been going amazing. I finally fought. I fought March 26th.
Benjamin Whitaker?
Yes, sir. I got a good knockout on that fight. You know, made a good statement that I'm here to stay. I'm here to make some noise, and now I'm just looking for a big name. But since I've seen you, the training's been going amazing. But I'm just waiting on that fight, man. I'm just literally just waiting on the call. I only took 2 weeks off for that fight, so I've been in camp since April. I already have like over 140 rounds of sparring. Just everything, man. It's been insane. The training I'm getting with Tony Brady has been. I've just leveled up like you wouldn't believe, and I'm just trying to show that. I need that shot to show that.
How long have you been working with Tony Brady?
I first worked with Tony Brady for the Cornflake fight, for the Lamana fight in 2020, I believe, late 2019. I had that one, and then we got a decent camp in for that one, and then he wasn't around too much because I was basically just piggybacking off Eddie Slandi Lara's camps. So we did those, and then but now I went to Oakland to work with Mario Barrios for the Thurman fight.
Okay.
And then ever since then, it just kind of turned into one long camp. Like, we don't really take time. Even if I chill a little on the boxing, we still grind and leveling up, making sure we built for 54 now.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we saw Tony Brady obviously worked with a lot of guys up there, especially in the Bay. He worked with Amir Khan for some years, Ward, if I'm not mistaken.
Berto.
And just a lot of guys out of that Virgil Hunter. Jim, what would you say he's been able to add to your game since you started working with him?
Man, a lot. It's the biggest part I would say was mental, like just staying locked in, even like through the workouts, there's no time to think about anything else or whatever. Just stay locked in, stay focused on the task at hand. There's too tired to everything to think of anything else. And just my strength. I'm getting in there with guys 2 weight classes above me and guys with respectable names and handling my own. So everything's just made a big difference, even the work I'm getting with Lara, like I'm definitely a lot more in there. I've finally really grown into 54 because I was in that weird spot where I was too big for 47, too small for 54 still. I wasn't really grown into it yet, but now I definitely feel like we're there. So just all around, man. And now Brian has a gas tank, so now I'm a real problem for anybody.
So Laura's at Ishmael Salas too?
Yeah.
How long has he been here?
Like 3 fights now.
But he doesn't go back to Miami or nothing? He lives out here?
No, he lives out there.
Oh, okay.
And then, he's here for camp.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So he's not here now?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa, how'd he slip in the city?
Oh, yeah.
without checking in first.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
We got the dough. Anybody come through the city, we want to know. So, obviously.
The homie Mario Barrios just came in last night. I don't know how long he's here, but there you go. Heads up. One of the big homies is here.
Bo, you heard that?
I heard it.
All right.
I'm going to have to see. I wonder if his father still has the same number. I got to see. But obviously you talked about, settling in at 54 and getting work with Laura. There's another young man that you told us that you spar with, which is Yoelvis Gomez. He's just been added to the triple header. How's that been, getting work with him? And what did you think of his last performance? The knockout stopped, and it was Jorge Cota. Most thought he should get that knockout, especially when Lubin did what he did. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. We know Cota is upset-minded. He beat Lamana.
Yeah. No, of course. He's always on it, but Gomez, he's just real. He's still real emotional. You got to remember he has all this experience and everything, but he just turned pro.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he had those fights in Mexico where, he's used to like running through people like that. So he had those adjustments, and I actually thought he made a big leap in that fight by staying as calm as he did. I know it's like a lot of overhands and stuff, but those are decisions we make when we're in there. We think we have the shot, we're gonna take it. So I know that, that stuff in the moment. But as he settles into the pro game, I know he moved over to Joe Goosen. As he settles into being a pro, I know he's gonna.
Yo, Elvis left Salas.
Yeah, he's with Joe Goosen right
That's it. Fuck that. We talking about it. We've been talking about this like secretly off air for a while, but like fighters have been expressing that Salas is too on top of y'all, that he doesn't, for one, let you bring people to the gym. For two, let those people record you at the gym. For three, allow the fighter himself to record or take pictures, because he's afraid that the tutelage, the knowledge, or the training camp secrets would get out. But he's not understanding. Fucking Jake Paul made $40 million because he got a social media following. You can't just turn it off for 8 weeks, turn it back on, and now it's like, oh, I'm not fighting again, turn it off. Like, you can't do that. Like, but I don't know. You obviously don't have a problem.
No, there's no problem. So what I can do is, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes, disrespect either like anybody has beef or anything like that. But I haven't had those issues. So you can invite me there, because I was invited by Joe Joyce.
Yeah,
and I'm recording, and he's like, oh. They sent the boys at me like, oh, you can't record it here. Did you talk to someone? I'm like, what? I'm here with Joe Joyce. And then Joe Joyce's manager, Shane, is like, no, he's with me. He's like, no. He can't record, but their official camera crew with the backpack, he could record. And I'm like, what the fuck is the difference? You feel me?
Yeah.
So they strict. I remember one time Bo was there. His wife went straight to him, and to you, right?
He did come to me.
Yeah, it was the same day. Yeah, the same day we was there.
I don't
but
know.
So what? I mean, from your point of view, why is it that you think that guys who have been winning are leaving Salas?
Yeah, because we got to let the audience know. Alberto Puello left, and now he's a WBA champion. Hector Garcia left, and now he's a WBA champion. I'm missing one more. Well, you just said now Yo Elvis. I can't believe he lost Yo Elvis.
Carlos.
No way. Adames left too? Jesus Christ. That's crazy. So who's left? Joe Joyce, you, and who? Gilberto. Gilberto, Gabriel Maestre.
He's there with us.
Ugas is still there? You sure? Because I seen some shit Salas posted. You seen that. Yeah. Salas kind of got mad at Ugas, or something having to do with Ugas for sure after that Earl fight. Did y'all not see that? You don't remember we did the show?
I remember. I just don't remember the context of it. Like
it was weird because he's doesn't really write English. It was some weird. I'm trying to write English captions.
Oh well.
But it was basically about money, and like when you get on that level, how things change.
Wait, so hold on. Adames got the big fight coming up. Who he training with?
Bobby Santos, I bet you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And Bobby got a heavyweight now. Cuban heavyweight. That's probably how it came.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, something is up over there. You can't be losing all them fighters. Everybody's mad for a reason, bro. Obviously, you not.
Ugas, I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but I know like Ugas even stopped by the gym the other day. Like he's
okay. Thank God.
I know things are at least cool on the surface, but I know. Like,
I hope Robisi come back because Robisi been.
Oh yeah, Robisi. How could I forget him? Robisi's in training, deep in camp right now.
What? He's out here?
Yeah.
Bro, you got the fight coming up.
You didn't see the Magdalena fight?
Come on.
Oh, yes. We talked about it. And, Devin actually thinks that Magdaleno is going to do better than he... I don't think
We got into it, Devin. I'm like, Chan, what? Like, he was like, yo, bet. He's like, what you want to bet? I'm like, oh, man, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying that, Magdaleno's going to get walked over, but...
Right.
I think that...
Robisi
will get the win.
And not just that, but I'm not going to lie. Just like you spoke on Tony Brady, I'm big on Larry Wade, and it showed in that last fight at least. Only one camp, I get it, but...
It's been a couple. They just building off it.
Okay.
Like, what was the one where he fought Orlando Canizales, I want to say his name is, the Puerto Rican?
Okay.
I'm forgetting his name right now. But when he fought him, they had a good camp with Larry Wade, and a big thing I noticed about strength and conditioning is your first time, like, you're testing it out and you go and fight it. If you make it to a decision, that's almost better for you because then you're like, yo, I got this gas tank. Like, it actually works. The strength and conditioning's working, all this and that. And then the next one, he went to London, got that knockout.
Yep.
And now he's just each fight is getting worse.
Yep, I remember now. The Orlando Gonzalez Ruiz.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about.
I think that was Fury Wilder undercard.
Yeah.
Yep, I was there. I remember that fight,
Mm-hmm.
but that was a decision that he dominated. Like and
and
probably a 10-0, 9-1 type of fight.
And that's where he got the confidence in his gas tank. Now he knows like, yo, this stuff works, and now he's pressing on the gas even more. Why you think you see him hitting so hard? He's willing to let go of his power. He's learning to sit down on his shots, which was a big amateur to pro
transition. Yeah, it's hard. Not everybody can get that.
Exactly.
Especially, I feel like that Cuban style is even harder because it's so much about just activity. Like get yourself, all right, now get out of danger. You know. So
I'm actually watching that right now. That you bring that up with Johannes Argilagos, the other Cuban. He came with Salas, and I'm watching the transition again because I saw Robesi when he first came with Salas. It was the same thing. It's like you see like genius almost, like just the stuff they do. I'll even be like, yo, you taught me this move. They're like, what are you talking about? I don't even remember doing that because it's so natural. They don't even realize what they're doing.
The coach or the fighter?
As the fighter. It's so natural. It's so like Robesi, I've told him, yo, like you showed me this little faint step, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I don't even remember doing that. Like I'm peeping, I'm taking notes and learning, but
for sure.
It's so natural. They just do this stuff. And now they're learning how, like on when to do things, with conviction, like to plant their feet, do this and that. And I'm watching Argilagos now land with his knuckles a little more. You might see him with a little more pop soon. And he's starting with Larry Wade, too. But it is crazy because that amateur style, and you get 300-400 fights, that's ingrained in your brain. It takes a little time to adjust. And that's what we're seeing with Robesi now. He's turning into a professional fighter. And things are changing. You guys see that in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, take us out of, take Nuss out of doubt. If you remember, did Robesi turn pro with Salas?
No, I told you that.
No.
That's Devin that didn't want to believe. I told him. I was in Robesi's first ever camp. He was in Keith Thurman's gym,
Florida.
but everybody thought he's training with Keith Thurman's trainer with Dan Birmingham. He was training with some other dude that knew Spanish, might be Cuban American, something. He's the one that kind of, was part of the team that got him here, and he went down there.
Yeah.
He still lives out there, but the training wasn't right, and he came out here. I always thought he was going to go to Pedro Diaz, who's also Cuban and is down there, right there in Hialeah, but he never did.
Yeah.
It worked out over here, though. He's looking good.
100%, but I'm pretty sure, I'm under the impression, I'm pretty sure Ugas is the one that was calling Robesi, talking to him and stuff, and telling him, like, yo, you got to come here. This is where it's at. This is where you'll learn.
Well, I mean, for sparring, it can get no better here. Everybody comes here one day or another, so you're always going to get the best sparring here.
And then just think about it. I mean, you were there the other day. Like, you got Salas, who may bring some guys to Top Rank one day, or you may have Bones.
Yeah, those are beautiful days when Top Rank has Salas, Bones, Ken Porter, all these
Coach K, everybody.
Coach K, all these different teams is like nice little wars, beautiful.
Man, it's been insane. I've helped Troy through his last two fights.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Yeah, I saw you and Troy getting some work.
He's very technical. He's very
man. I love that work. It's a lot of back and forth action. Like me and him are always even all excited because he has that same mentality. Like we trying to get better.
Yeah,
we beating the hell out of each other, but we trying to get better. Like I tell him like, hey man, I caught you with the shot. Like that was dumb. Why'd you do that? Next day he'll come with some crazy counter. He's like, yo, like I caught you with this. I landed this, and we literally growing each time out. So that's been dope, man. I love the work, and I gotta be thankful to Coach K for setting that up. He's been helpful a lot.
So your situation promotionally is with the PBC?
PBC. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just a waiting game then.
Literally, man, it's just a waiting game, and I'm really trying to get whoever, man. I know Lubin needs a fight coming back. If you need a tune-up, I'm right here. Anybody, man. The rematch with Ramos, whoever. I just want a name. If you're ranked above me, it's fair game.
It's funny. I had got a tip that Lubin wanted someone. Let me look that up.
But in the meantime, champ, who else have you been getting working? I
have it on good notice. that Lubin's team contacted Jesus Ramos for the fight. I don't know why. Obviously, Jesus Ramos undefeated, has a lot of momentum and big as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's that. You hit it right on the head. It's that's what it is. You know, they're gonna look at that.
yeah, but that was a tough loss to Sebastian Fondura. Like, you know, do you want to jump right back in there with another? Because I seen Jesus work. Mm-hmm. That boy. He sounds like he got a bala too. You know what I'm saying? Like he letting off some balas. Have you sparred him?
I fought Ramos.
Oh shit! Oh, I feel so stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the second to last fight.
No, that's why I was smiling. I was like, nah.
How was that power? I didn't see that fight. I'm sorry.
The power for me, it was more the volume. It's the consistent volume and
what about
stuff.
the length? I
The
feel like
too,
even though he gives away his height, he gets so wide to reach you guys.
And he does have like a cool. That's why they call him Mono, Spanish for monkey.
Yes.
He just had crazy arms.
Yes.
He does use them, and then so yeah, with the length and the volume, I think it's more of that, and then sometimes just that accumulation.
Damn, so embarrassing. I didn't know you fought him.
Yeah, he good.
When
bro.
was that?
Watch the next one.
September of last year.
Oh, I see it right there in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you went 10 rounds.
Yeah.
No
Yeah, I was
stoppage.
never hurt or anything in that fight. It was just, you know, he was just a better man that night. So that's why, you know, even
Activity then.
yeah.
So what? Because right now we have gotten the privilege to see Devin Haney sparring with someone, and I know who he's sparring. So I've gotten the privilege to hear the trainer try to adjust to what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Devin is overwhelming him with massive jabs and right hands.
Yeah.
You're talking about the activity of Ramos. What defensively do you have to do to create offense on someone that is so active?
With that, it's establishing your own jab. Like you're talking about, if you give a boxer, you know, like Haney, if you give them a jab, they're going to jab you all night. We just watched 12 rounds of that for him to become undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not neutralize their best weapon, you're like, why are you even in there? You're just gonna go get your check. Like, that's your number one goal in there. Like, okay, what's their main weapon, second weapon, whatever? And I'm in there to neutralize that. I'm in there to pick that apart, and I feel like that comes with experience, and then just being able to establish your own jab or your own main weapon over theirs.
How much do you weigh right now? Like right now?
Right now, 170, 171.
Ooh, that's too high. What would be the lowest you'd be willing to get just to work with a world champion? Like if a guy like Devin needed you, but you're too heavy, how low would you be able to get? Can you be 154, or is that too tough to hold to spar someone?
To hold, I'll be completely drained.
Yeah,
Because fights at 54.
I know he fights at
Yeah,
54, but
touched
I overheard a conversation where they were bringing someone in, but he was too heavy. I don't want to say the name because I don't know what I'm at liberty to say. So I know 170 is too fucking heavy. You know what I'm saying? And that work, to me, work with an undisputed champ, plus you being paid for it, that's valuable. You know?
I can't say I'm getting enough work to not need to do something like that.
For sure.
Not that I would ever turn down, experience like that, but when I used to fight at 147, Shakur came in through and sparred me and Ugas. On separate days.
I remember him sparring Ugas. I didn't see him sparring you.
I was like the next day. It was really good, man. I give Shakur a lot of props. He's one of the smartest fighters.
So his size being small, you didn't just like, man, fuck this little guy. I'm going to run him over.
In like the first or second round, I popped him. I threw a little like too much on it, but nah, bro, it was like no folding, whatever. I give Shakur a lot of props. He's one of the smartest.
Wait. What does that mean? You threw a little too much on it, like for your size, you were
for my size, yeah.
So his trainer said, "Oh, dial it back," or you yourself knew?
Even me, bro, because I'm gonna act cool for hitting a guy like what? How many weight classes is that under?
Do you think
3? I think.
Do you think that you let it go because of the intensity of his sparring, or it was just some natural shit?
No, just natural. Especially back then when we sparred, I couldn't stop throwing. Like all I knew was just try to crack people. But no, it was really cool. Like I hit him with the stupid shot, and he's like, oh, good shot, this and that, and then he's like, oh, you won't land that again though. And then so I just started messing with him. I started throwing back to back to back. But I do give him props because there's a lot of fighters, world champions I won't mention, that I'll catch with that shot. There's no adjustment, and he made the adjustment on the fly in the sparring, and I really like that because like I just talked about with Troy, I like that challenge.
Yeah.
I like to be in there thinking, you know, if we're just fighting basically, I'm not.
How long ago was this?
Oof, years ago. I was still at 47. I'd say before COVID too, like 2018.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool, it's crazy.
Damn, so before he became champion?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, no,
you know he was just light sparring Jared too.
Yeah.
Jared Anderson.
I saw that. Yeah, that's it was no surprise to me. Like, but then see, like, same thing I'm saying. Like, what's Jared gonna do? Throw like a crazy shot at him?
Right. You know, they're working.
Yeah, you work for like the boxing. Like, there's people that can't do that. They can't differentiate.
Dial it back.
Yeah, but nah, bro. I'm working with someone at that weight. I'm gonna work boxing stuff. I'm gonna work, you know, whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, we definitely have a respect for Shakur over here. You know, I've been with him for numerous camps now, and you know, seeing the sparring and the work that they. So let me ask you this: that was at Salas, or was that at Top
it was
Rank?
at Salas.
Okay,
It was at Salas.
so
I
let
There
me
was
seen
a
the
couple
pictures.
gyms back, but yeah.
So let me ask you this: how many minutes did you guys spar?
We didn't do those 4-minute.
What?
We did 8.
What?
I want to say 8 3-minute.
8
rounds.
3 minutes.
Oh,
No, yeah, I was just asking because
I know,
I'm in
right?
camp with them. I know they do 4 minutes on, 4 minute round, 30-second rest.
Yeah, and maybe, you know, if we were at their gym, but he was with Coach K at the time, coming through anyway, and like Coach K is real respectful, you know, like when they come to our gym, they're gonna do our time. Like when I go to theirs, they like to do like 30-second breaks or maybe 4-minute rounds every now and then. But when you're at that person's gym, you kind of follow what they're trying to do.
Yeah, no,
Unless you're the
absolutely.
one fighting, you getting work or whatever, but.
I was just curious because, you know, sometimes that, you know, they'll be like, granted, this was before he was world champ, but sometimes,
Right.
you know, I've seen world champions come into gyms where it's like, all right, cool, you the champ, you want to do 4 minutes, we'll do 4 minutes, or you want to do 1 minute in between rounds, or, you know, whatever it is. Sometimes I was just curious, more so just because I wanted to see how it is that, you know, you dealt with the 4 minute.
I want to know how it is in your gym, right? So if you get there first, how does the music go?
Man, all I need is a good beat. Like,
But if you're there alone, it's just you, Salas, and his wife.
Yeah.
What's the rules?
I could put music. Yeah, it's real open to.
So then, what if you're there, you're shadow boxing, in comes Joe Joyce? What's the rule now?
But you're the one playing music when Joe Joyce walks in.
If you're asking if I'm gonna get punked, Joe Joyce ain't gonna punk.
No, ain't got nothing to do with punk. More seniority.
I feel you.
Maybe that gym runs under seniority or under ranking.
Yeah, because that's how some gyms are. It's like, okay,
The champ gets
the champ or the
Right.
closest to the champ gets.
control.
Yeah, I feel you. And it's. I mean, I guess it could be like that, but the champ also gets his own time to train. We all like. I go at my time, like whatever. Say like I train, you know, like at this time every day, and he trains way later. If he comes in at my time or whatever, I'm still, you know, we bumping the music. I like his taste in music though. He listens to a lot of rap. Like every time I walk in, it was like, yeah, Biggie, Tupac, stuff like that.
That's dope.
Yeah, so yeah, he has good taste in music, so I don't think we would have a problem.
Yo, we've been fortunate to see Joyce spar and obviously
Yes.
Salas being in the corner. And I have to say Salas has a very unique thing with like shouting things out.
Does he have little secrets for you? Like secret words where you hear him say something and you know what you have to do in the ring physically?
Of course. Sometimes he'll just say a name, like a fighter's name or something, and I know what combo he's talking about from that fighter.
That's
but
dope.
that's also just time. And I came here August 2018. So I'm
Oh,
going
wow.
Yeah. So, you know, just building that time with him, just you're gonna come up with stuff.
That's a nice amount of time to be with him for sure.
Yeah, man, super thankful. It's the whole reason I came to Vegas, you know, to get this level of work, all the sparring I've been getting, just everything, and the decisions finally, you know, it's really paying off. All the experiences coming out and everything, and I really feel like I'm finally the fighter I've always pictured in my head. I came to Vegas, and now he can finally really come out, because I just felt like I was at a plateau for years and years, but now it's truly paid off, man. I'm not a big talker. I just really can't wait till this next fight. I've been literally training since April, and you guys are gonna see something big.
Training since April is 5 months. How much is too much? How much? When do you say, I'm gonna go back home and take 2 weeks off because you're overtraining.
Yeah. I just don't.
Or is there no back home? Are you living here now permanently?
I moved here in August. Yeah, me and my family actually just took up, left. We were ready.
August of 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to leave New Mexico anyway. It was kind of just felt like we're kind of done there anyway. Yeah. My parents would have ended up heading to Florida, Cubans, but I came here and they're like, no, like we'll go with you. We'll support you and everything. Like, my immediate family's real close. My immediate family. And no, man, everything's paid off.
Again, I guess this is just gonna be the episode where I look like an idiot. You're Cuban,
yeah,
but Cuban American.
I don't blame you for that one because I was born in America.
Cuban American.
Yeah, but both my parents from Cuba.
So do you speak Spanish?
Completamente.
What?
No, I
said it.
I knew, bro. I knew you spoke Spanish. I swear to God, I just assumed Mexican.
Yeah,
because
I can't blame you for that. No one, the only person in my life that's ever guessed it first try, like within a couple minutes of meeting me, was WBA Gilberto Mendoza.
Okay.
I met him and he's like, "Oh, you Cuban?" And I didn't even speak Spanish. It was just more like a hi, hello type of thing.
Holy smokes! And he's like from, where's he from? Argentina? Panama?
Panama, isn't it?
No, wait. Ain't Paco from Panama? And I don't know. Gilberto might be from like Argentina or something, maybe.
Let's see. Panama.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Panama. No, Venezuela.
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 Ah.
Okay.
Yo, and Maestres from Venezuela. We should have known.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Yo, you're Cuban.
I get Middle Eastern, Mexican all the time. I get anything but that.
No, I could definitely see Middle Eastern without a doubt, especially with the beard right now.
Bro,
on your box rec, I can see Puerto Rican on box rec, man. I can see you being
with the braids.
Yes, I gotta show them this. Hold on.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's funny. I just assumed Mexican, definitely. But regardless, talk about some of the other work. I saw you in there with Fernando Vargas Jr. Mm-hmm. Who else have you been getting some work in with as of late?
Man, tons of people. It's been nonstop world champions. It was tons of work with Lara, Vargas, with Troy. I helped Troy through his last 2 camps, and I'm even spacing on some of the names. But everybody I've sparred has been a prospect, champion, legend, something.
I gotta ask you, since you've been working with Lara, what do you think about all these welterweights calling him out? You yourself have been a welterweight. You yourself spar him. He's an alleged middleweight. Mm-hmm. Does Danny do well? Does Thurman do better? Which one of those guys beats him? Or does Laura stop them both?
Man, I feel like the weight classes are going to matter there. I know those dudes are strong, but I feel like Danny was almost too small for 47. At 40 was when he was, killing it, taking over everything. So, I don't know, 54, Danny, I really don't see that.
What'd you think of his performance against Jose Benavidez
Jr.?
It was solid. Did exactly what he had to do. He stayed consistent. He started having fun in there once he saw he was really dominating. And he was able to be himself, man. What can I say?
I got James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas. It says, can Charlo overcome the obstacles that Fundora would bring if they meet up at 154, or does Charlo destroy him? Hashtag Spidercrab.
I still got Charlo in that one. I'm still, he's obviously a problem, but when a guy like Charlo touches him, I'll see if he's still able to hold up to it. You saw Lubin was able to almost get that comeback in that fight, but I'm still leaning towards Charlo just because a tall dude like that, tall skinny dude like that, giving up his height against someone like Charlo, you have to be able to consistently take that heat, and that's what I'm kind of in doubt of still.
For sure. This is my question, not the people. Were you upset at all that they announced Carlos Ocampos versus Sebastian Fundora, being as though that's your division, and Ocampos is, again, a welterweight, moving up. Boxing only remembers him for being knocked out to Earl. And somehow, somehow he's moved up in weight and gained ranking to be a mandatory to Sebastian Fundora.
Nah, like, get your bag, bro. It's cool. Like we kind of see what it is. Like you said, he's 47 coming up. Just known for the Spence fight, but no, man. I'm just still gonna sit here patiently, not so patiently, but just waiting on my shot. I'm not gonna hate on someone else. Because somehow they got theirs. I just want mine. I really just want mine. I'm focused on mine, nobody else's, and once I get that shot, I'm gonna ride with it.
Can you follow up? Can you beat Fundura? Do you think that's a style? Like, not right. Obviously, every fighter thinks he can beat everybody, but there's also styles that you do well against.
Yeah.
So, is that a style you would do well against, or you think you would, or is that just a style but it's a difficult fight? That would be a championship fight.
It's a style I've seen before.
Oh, really?
Back when
Fundura?
He's not as tall, but a tall southpaw. I think he's 6'2". He's actually in the UFC. A friend of mine from Albuquerque, where I'm from, I used to help him get ready for some of his fights in the UFC, and we would do 3 to 5 5-minute rounds, and just tons of work. And he's a MMA fighter, but he's known for his striking. He's a good boxer, and I got used to that tall, awkward lefty stuff a long time ago. So I got some bags in my some tricks in my bag for that.
But Fundura's a very. I mean, I don't want to overrate him and call him a phenomenal inside puncher, but my man is nasty on the inside. I really, especially with that height, I don't know that we've seen something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, of course not, especially not in the recent years or anything. But no, I fully believe in my skills and my abilities and my training and everything, and I work too hard. There's no way. I know I'll have the conditioning and everything to keep up the style that I need for that fight. Because I know a problem for Lubin is he kind of got stuck in one spot a lot of times. When they start trading, Fundora catches him with some shots. It got hard to move and do that stuff, but you gotta just stick to your game plan, no matter what. And I know that's easier said than done, but I truly believe in my abilities and that I could get that fight done.
Has that ever been a fight that's come across your table?
No, nothing. That fight hasn't, but I haven't turned it down to any of the fights, man. What you get is what you see. So I'm waiting on that next offer. Hopefully it's a big name like that, and we're ready to go.
Would you be open to a fight like that, or is that a fight that you would prefer to be for a vacant title or a title shot?
Well, I would prefer that with any of the guys because I'm trying to get a name. I don't want to come back on here and so and so whatever fight. I'm just trying to stay busy, and I want those names. So whichever name, I would like it to be for an eliminator title, but no, I'm open to any fight.
Yeah. So I just heard back that allegedly Ramos's camp said no
to the Lubin fight.
So let's see if your name can be in the hat now, man.
Yeah.
How long has it been for Lubin? He's back in the gym too. I've seen
April. He fought April, so it's been a couple months. But I know personally that he's been in the gym for at least a month.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, in their training, we'll see.
Yeah, man. Whatever spot opens, man. I'm ready for any and everything.
Definitely before the end of the year, though, right?
Oh no, of course, yeah. I'm definitely trying to get in. I've been hoping since July, August, because I thought there would be more fights this summer.
No wild undercard for you?
Not yet. I'll jump on it, but it hasn't been offered yet.
That's got to be difficult, man. Who's your contact?
I'm with Luis Tacuba, senior, junior, with Aldo Mir, and just that whole team, So they're working on stuff, and I know the reason I'm not getting, some random stay busy fights because we're looking for that big fight. But of course, the activities an issue too that we want to stay on top of because I do all this training not just to train, I'm trying to actually work. So no, man, it's just staying busy above anything else.
So how often do you find yourself calling Louis, or does he just check in? Because as a fighter, I'm just being real. It's like we fought in March. It's now
September, 6 months later.
No, I'm going month by month. It's now April 20-something. That's a month in. Are you picking up the phone, or You like, nah, it's only been a month. Let me just fall back.
Well, at that time, because immediately, right off the fight, you know, I took those 2 weeks off, and I came back, and I was helping Lara for his camp. And I saw Luis there. So, you know, there's been communication and stuff. And then Salas always checks in with him, too. They're always, you know, tapped in, you know, because he has a bunch of his fighters. So no, you know, there's that communication, and I just know they're working on things. You know, that's why I just got to stay in the gym, stay ready in case, you know, I get some kind of last-minute call. We're ready to go. And that's it, man. It's but it is frustrating, of course, because we training. It's not like, oh, I'm staying busy, and if I get a fight, I'll step it up. Like, I've been up. I've been leveling up and everything, but I'm kind of, if anything, it's a blessing in disguise. Been taking that time to level up more than I would have been able to if I would have just fought right away.
For sure. Yeah, man. Seems like it can get heavy on the conscience, man.
No, of course, because we like eat, breathe, sleep, everything boxing. So, of course, but I'm still enjoying the process. I'm not someone that just wants that end goal. Like, I am enjoying the process. I do enjoy training. I do enjoy pushing those limits, you know, and embracing that chaos that just comes with all the training and stuff. So it's part of you got to live the whole game, man, not just the end
I want to
result.
ask about the struggle a little bit more. Maybe you have been through it. Maybe you're fortunate enough not to. But if so, how do you handle it? Like, I'm just imagining you right now. You're in a 5 months you've been out the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 months, no pay, no check. 5 months you paying your mortgage, your car note, taking care of the kids. So, like, do you ever get to the point where it's like, I need a fight, the mortgage is coming? Or have you learned how to manage it and remain calm because, you know, you don't have to worry about, like, you've been able, you know, some people that go buy the chain or the car and now mortgage is due. He tucked the chain in.
This was before that. But nah, man, you're completely right. You know, there is a frustration because of the level that we're training at. Like, even now, you know, like, I've helped people through camps. Like, I helped Troy through his last 2 fights. Like, we get all the sparring in. He goes fights, comes back for another camp. We get the sparring, and I'm still waiting.
No
on that
fight.
First one. Yeah,
That guy. Oh my God, that's got to be tough.
Yeah, so it's definitely learning to enjoy the process. And I've always seen stuff, you know, like I'm actually wearing a shirt with my favorite fighter, Andre Ward. I've always watched, like, you know, his whole kind of life story, and that when he went all those legal issues and everything, I saw, like, he stayed locked in and everything. He's that type of dude. So I was like, man, I got that in me too. And I look at stuff like that, just learning really to stay locked in. All that matters, you know, enjoy the process, keep working, and just sticking with it, man. Keeping my head down, staying training. And of course, there's moments of frustration, but what am I gonna do? You know, not box. And no, like, it's still gotten a lot better. You know, I'm with PBC now. When I was coming up under the radar, you know, no promoter, just my manager at the time.
But your manager's always been Louis.
No, I started off with Cameron Duncan.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at you.
I was with him till 16-0.
Wow.
My first 16 fights were with Cameron.
And what happened with Cameron Duncan?
How'd you get out of that?
It was a little troublesome.
I'm sure.
That's part of the
Because
struggle.
Boots and Brandon Lee, them dudes ain't get out. You see how long Crawford and Mike, it took them a long time to get out too.
There was some stuff involved. I had to pull together to get out, but you know, actually the second I got out, like within a week, I signed with Top Rank. Like that was just how bad. You know, everybody's like, yo, you're 16-0. You know, Cameron's gave you that stamp of approval type thing. I was one of his top guys, and everything, but nobody would sign me. And then I was like, bro, I need to do something. I wasn't fighting. I was fighting every 7 months. You know, like you said, the struggle. I was fighting every 7 months, and I was getting paid $1,000. So that was the struggle. You
So
know?
what were you doing in between? You still full-time fighter? No side job?
I had little side jobs that I kept finding on-call work, so I could, because I never took time.
What kind of work?
Man, I would do I had a friend of the family would work at a car dealer, like in the shop, and they would let me pick up all their metal recycling. I'd make a few $100 just on the weekend.
Okay.
Man, I was a banquet server for weddings, hotel at the Hyatt Hotel. Just anything that I could schedule around boxing, I would be like, all right, let's do it. You know,
For sure.
Because $1,000 every 7 months wasn't cutting it.
Of course not.
So now coming from that, you know, the
Wait. So now You made $1,000 in the last 7 months. What's your wife saying? Is it your wife or your girlfriend?
Not girlfriend at the time, but nothing, man. It's just supporting the dream, basically. Back then, I'm not with that girl anymore, but I know at the time that was a definite struggle. But man, I wasn't
New girl.
Really, I've been here a while, man. Vegas has been good to me.
My co-host says he can't find. I've been ever since I moved there. I've been trying to find him girlfriends because he say he can't find a girl in Vegas.
In Vegas?
So what I say is that Vegas is a terrible place to find a significant other. I mean, I feel like more so than other places, you know. I was just having this discussion with somebody last night. I think that people kind of get, not everybody, but most people get caught up in the life of Vegas, and they kind of, are looking for certain things. And I'm sure for you being a boxer, you've had, women that are only coming to you for that reason. Like, I'm sure it's happened to you because it's happened to me. Women who reach out just because, I see you around this fighter, or they see me around fighters. They think I got that fighter money when I'm really fucking. When I don't, right? I'm broke. So I don't know, man.
Along with them,
right? So I think that it's not an ideal place. I'm also young though, so it's like I'm kind of just chilling because I went from that phase where it was like I could have fun. Now it's like I'm having fun, but different priorities, I guess.
That I do agree. Now I do understand where you're coming from. In that aspect, of course, to like find a significant other, like it is difficult, but
to find to find a beautiful woman in the city, that will not be hard. That's easy.
No, but I do feel you, just like finding something real like that. It is hard, and then I'm definitely gonna have a lot harder of a time finding like that. I don't know that Vegas thing, but I found something here.
Okay.
But it is difficult. I feel you on that part.
What nationality?
Mexican.
Oh wow! You're gonna be the first. Would that be the first?
Yeah.
To break the cycle.
I'm the first generation, so I would, but we'll see. There is a big Cuban population here, but it
is.
Oh yeah.
Because I found a lot of restaurants, but I cannot find not one nightclub to listen to Hispanic music.
That has been tough. I know people they'll go to Señor Frogs on the Strip and places like that. But I don't hit those places too much.
Of course not. Fighter's life.
Yeah, so it's if I do, it's just one little weekend out or something, like a Saturday.
And that's
night.
what I'm looking for. I mean, we're in here. We're supposed to be in here at 5:30 in the morning, so it's difficult to have any sort of nightlife. But I have a significant other. I can't just always be work. Just like a fighter, you got your training camp, but after that, you fight and you take your family out. So it's kind of the same for us. We're always at it, bro. We're 7 days a week here.
No, I see you guys grinding all the time. I see you guys in gyms popping through, always on the podcast. You guys are grinding, man.
Yesterday, this guy, God is good to me because I've always asked for someone that works as hard as me, but this dude works harder than me. I left yesterday, I don't know, 7:30. Yeah. He still was in the gym with Keyshawn and Bomac and Red and Edgar Berlanga. Yeah. I'm like, I'm tapping out, fellas. I got to be here at 5:30, and I still got here late because I was out here too late. It's hard.
No, I feel, especially in Vegas, man. Vegas trains you for, nightlife.
Yes.
You up late. So
and it teases you. The nightlife teases you, man.
And I'm going to be honest, this is hard because I've never been a morning person. Mm-hmm. And I've practically my whole life worked graveyards. Mm-hmm. So it was like I would always have now I got to wake up at a certain time. But it's like fighters don't give a fuck. Y'all still doing road work at midnight. Yeah. So it's like if the champ called me like, yo, I'm finna go for a run, I'm like, all right, well, all right, champ, send me the location. Like, what the fuck else I'm gonna say? Because, man, this just not work for me. Like, this everything really.
Right. Yeah. And even to follow athletes like that, like I have learned in Vegas, athletes are almost opposite. There's a lot of morning stuff, but even if you wait till midnight, I've ran at 1 in the morning and it's over 100 degrees still. It's weird, to feel that kind of heat when there's no sun. But Vegas definitely trains you to get adjusted.
It's so funny because I hear so many fighters that like, yeah, you know, I run at night to not run in the heat. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, why don't you run in this when the sun is coming up? Because that's the coldest time of day.
Yeah.
So if it's 110 that day, it might only be 92 during the sunrise. But at least, you know, at least y'all be good. I got to ask, New Mexico, did you find it easier to lose weight there, or did you find it easier to lose weight here?
Man, looking back at my eating habits, I don't know how I wasn't fat. Like, I really trained like that. Like, I would always do 3 a day, even not in camp. Just, like, I was always grinding. And I realized how much that saved me because we don't have Foodie Fit in New Mexico. We don't have anything like that. There's no meal prep. There's like,
really?
Unless, like, an individual. Like, I got my own business.
Company, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, these companies where you can just pop in, like, pull stuff up. Man, everything is it's essentially Mexican food. You know, there's different like ways, recipes, ways to cook them, but it's heavy food. So I was always eating rice and beans, tortillas, like heavy stuff. Like, and then plus Cuban food is heavy too. So any home cooked food, like it was everything I ate was heavy. But
so wouldn't you say that's your typical like Latino? Like we're always eating like heavy dishes, a lot of fried foods or real greasy foods and spicy. I don't know, man. I told my mom all the time, I'm like, yo, you know, the rest of the world, they ain't got these health problems because they ain't eating as fucked up as us. You know?
No, that's why they say that every race has their own like specific like I guess diseases, you know, like, you know, certain stuff like the health issues because they all eat the same, like every race within, like, you know, our problems with all this heavy food, like we're all going to have the same issues.
Absolutely.
Like, that's why like each race is in that because we're all stuck in our own kind of ways until you learn to branch out.
Absolutely. Champ, what else you got?
I'm getting my matchmaking chops wet over here, man. We almost got Brian locked in.
Okay. Yeah, let's get him a date.
I'm trying.
Let's get him a date.
At first, they ain't know him. I had to send that boxer. Oh, I know Brian Mendoza. I know Brian. So we'll see. But last message I got was perfect. So when did he call the hammer out?
Amazing. Okay.
So what is it about him? Is it just the name and him seeming to be available in that same division as you? Is there anyone else in that division that you think is available that also would make a good fight that you wouldn't mind mixing it up with?
See, that's the thing. Of course, you know, Lubin's he has a name. You know, he's fought, you know, high level people and everything. He's done some things, and then that's what I want. I want that name. I want that spot. And it's just realistic, you know. Like I know he's gonna be looking for a comeback fight or something like that. And like you said, you know, he's already in the gym, whatever. So no, man. Like even Joey Spencer just fought. Like even that's a fight I would love. But he just fought, you know. So realistically, I'm just looking at, you know, whoever's available, whoever's realistically available. I'm not just gonna just throw names out there.
What about Tony Harrison?
Tony Harrison, beautiful. Any of them. Jarrett Hurd
I don't know that Harrison looks back though.
Yeah, no.
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just saying he's already said no to Louis Kubazares, who had a big win over Hurd.
No, and I was just in Detroit with him because he trains Alicia Bumgarner, and we were talking and interviewed him, and he was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not getting up for no small name. I need a big name. Get me off the couch. He like, I've been on my couch drinking beers. I don't know how true that is. That's what he said on camera. I don't know how true that is.
Uh-oh.
I know he's been playing a lot of chess, so he keeping that mind sharp. But yeah, I don't know. Tony Harrison would be a good fight. Unfortunately, I don't know if it could happen, but I'd like it.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
Sergio Garcia though, Samson's fighter that lost to him.
Hand him over.
He's a handful.
Of course.
My man was all over Fundura.
Yeah.
And he fought a good fight with Harrison, but he just, you know, Harrison was too nice in terms of boxing skills.
What'd you make of Tim Tszyu and his American debut? And
that's another name, Gachet, who lost to Tszyu.
And Terrell, you know,
he hasn't been in the ring in a minute since that loss.
Yeah, that was only a week or two after you.
Yeah. No, we fought. I was the swing bout on that card.
Oh, the same card.
Yeah.
Perfect comeback. I was
out there in Minnesota.
There it is.
Oh, damn. Why did I think that? You're right. Yes, that was part of the Minneapolis. I thought that was on the Lubin undercard.
Hold on, let me get this last text. Because
Yeah.
he said, well, tell him if he wants to get stopped, we can make it happen. This obviously I got to tell you who it is now because he's talking like that. That's the coach.
Yeah.
That's Coach Kevin?
Yeah, you know it.
Okay.
I
Coach
can
Kevin
see
Cunningham.
it. If it's that easy, you know, I'm right here.
I know. Me too. I'm like, who's making the call?
Mm.
You know, because I know Kevin he got that line. He can
Yeah.
call Al.
Yeah.
You know, Mendoza, you probably got to call Louis to call Al. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure he could just be like,
No, exactly.
Choop, choop.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yo,
man.
shout out to the Boxing Voice where you get to
Shout
come
out to the
where,
Boxing
where you get to come voice your opinion, you get to come get your shine, and then you get somebody to ring your line. Time to fight.
so wow, that's
Sir.
crazy. So the WBC has not updated because they got Jesus Ramos ranked somehow at 54 below Lubin. Conwell's a good fight, but he's not with PBC, but he's with Lou DiBella and Probellum. But he's a serious puncher. Have you ever been around him, sparred him, training
Do you know who he
amateurs?
is?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen him. I don't know too much about him, but you know, of course, I'm always watching boxing. I'm a big fight fan anyway, so yeah, like I've seen some fights and stuff, but there you go. You know, like you said, like as soon as there's like some kind of butt he's with or butt this and that, I'm looking for realistic fights, something that we can make now.
I mean, I think Gachet's pretty realistic, you know.
Gachet is realistic.
And I mean, that's still to me in my
Sergio
opinion
Garcia.
a step up for you.
Sergio Garcia is realistic, but you're not in the. I mean, yeah, that's realistic for you because you're not even in the top 15 at WBC. He's at least at number 15,
Yeah.
which is really low. That's fucked up. He was all the way at number
Yeah.
1, man. That's crazy to drop that many
I mean,
slots,
look
bro.
at Sean Porter. He got dropped after losing to Kell Brook. He was a
Yeah.
champion, and the IBF completely dropped him. So, you know, we have.
Yo, even Michael Sorro's still around. That's crazy. That might be a good
Yeah.
name, but he's not with y'all. He's
Yeah,
like on
see.
the outskirts somewhere, maybe like a
Right.
Canadian promoter.
Yeah.
Well, we got some questions from the people for you, so enough matchmaking. We'll see what
Yes,
Kevin
sir.
says in terms of if he making the call. We got Ruin 504 New Orleans. He says, you've been fighting once a year lately. Will your team get you back in the ring before this year is out? You kind of answered that, but
Yeah.
if you want to add anything.
I'm with it. Like I said, you know, I'm on here. I don't like that clout chasing thing. I'm not trying to, you know, get like a random name. Like the people that I name are realistic. I'm trying to get a real fight. I just want to show the world how great I am, and I just need a name, you know, like something big now to for that platform.
Man, I like that Gachet fight.
Yeah, I
And-
love that
and-
fight.
I like the Lubin fight. I think
think-
Lubin is more known in the boxing world.
I just think that's gonna be a bit harder just because Lubin is a bit bigger, but Gachet coming up
Bigger. Oh, you mean in notoriety?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, but still Gachet coming at 2012 Olympian, if I'm not right.
Oh, yeah.
He was part of that 2012 class.
And he's only got 2 losses.
You know, and top, you know, good names. You know,
He
Lara
is.
was the
No,
first
exactly.
one. And
No,
then,
and he dropped
Garcia.
Zoo in that fight.
or yeah, Tim
Exactly.
Tszyu, I'm sorry, in that first
Yeah.
round dropped him. So, you know, I think that'd be a good fight. And like you said, you guys were on that same card, so
Yeah.
why not?
I mean, if they want to treat you right, maybe Jamonte Clark. He's a common opponent with Fundura. People thought he beat Fundura.
Yeah.
You know, maybe test the wins. He's tall as hell too. So, like, if you
Yeah.
really want to fight Fundura, that's your
Right.
path.
Yeah. Start getting the tall guys out the way. But
What do you prefer? Because, you know, we sit here as quote unquote analysts and it's like, oh, this guy is taller. This guy has more length. Are those advantages or disadvantages? I like to ask that to everyone because some people like being the shorter man versus the taller guy, and some people like being the tall guy with the length versus the shorter man. How is it for you?
man, Vegas has kind of neutralized that whole thing for me. I get so much different work. I'm taller, I'm shorter, I'm stronger, I'm faster, you know, whatever than anybody. I don't really have a preference. Like, I'm cool with southpaws or right-handers. I'm comfortable. Even, like, people I've sparred that, like, you know, might switch. I don't have that hesitation. I'm cool with either one. I've learned how to fight tall fighters, short fighters, speed, jabbers, movers, everything. I'm really ready for whoever.
I got Brandon in Houston. He says, don't be surprised if they put you in there with Joey Spencer. I've always said Spencer versus Ramos is a fight that will happen next year. And with you being a common opponent with Ramos, I can see them trying to step Spencer up versus you. Any thoughts on this?
I would love it. You know, like I said, like that's a realistic fight to make. You know, why not? He's undefeated. He's coming up or whatever. And like you said, we have that mutual opponent. So now I would love that fight.
Well, I think that is all the questions. Brian, I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on. We do appreciate your time. If you could give out your social media, and then we'll take a quick intermission and go ahead and take a picture with you.
Cool, let's get it. I'm on social media all across the board at La Bala Mendoza. And we just here. I want to appreciate you guys giving me this platform and everything. You guys always show love, man. I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
Austin Trout. He's not with PBC anymore, but I don't think he left on bad terms. He's number 6 in the IBF. How is that possible? He's been fighting at 48.
No,
he's been trying to get to 47.
40, yeah.
And let me tell you, he's been in the gym. I was just in Houston with Regis Prograis. He was definitely in the gym.
And that's twice because you went once without me, and the last time we was there, we just missed him.
Yep. So, I mean, he's for sure at least the last 2 months he's been in the gym.
Yeah.
We know that.
And he's a name. Listen, nobody stopped him either. He fought both Charlos, Cotto, and Canelo, and never got stopped.
Yeah. Austin Trout's the homie. He's from Mexico too, actually.
That is true. He's from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
He's Las Cruces.
Exactly.
Damn, I forgot. Man,
there.
I'm looking like an idiot in this interview. That's 3 mistakes.
No, like I used to go, like I would take that 4-hour drive down to Las Cruces, 3-4 hour to spar with him sometime. Yeah, because I don't know. He's a world champion and everything. I don't know how he lives in that small town. That is a small town. Like,
bro, and all them damn dogs he got, right?
Yeah.
Fucking barking dogs.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. 4 hours to spar Trout. You want this.
Oh, no, yeah. I've always, like that's what I've always done.
That's one way or that's round trip?
One way.
Holy, so you were spending the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a sister actually that lives in Cruces.
Okay.
So I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go visit. But then immediately I'd jump out to go spar.
Okay.
And Trout's always down. Like sometimes I would call him last minute, and I was like, hey, can you spar this day? He's like, yeah, you pull up. Like, he's always in the gym. So I know, like when you said he's training, I know he's always working.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that'll be tough. You might need to win a couple so that I'll give you a hometown fight with Trout.
Yeah, I think a New Mexico fight like that. 2 New Mexicans going at it, man. I think that would be crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember driving through, and just last thing before we let you go, I remember driving through Las Cruces.
Oh, wow. You actually drove through there.
Yeah. First time I drove to Chicago, I had a little 4-cylinder, and it was Christmas week. I didn't want to drive through the mountains. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to take this longer route. I added like 3 hours anyway. But, bro, I get off the exit in Las Cruces, and I'm looking for the gas station. I saw the big-ass sign, but I couldn't actually find it. So it's maybe 7 in the morning. I see an old couple walking, and the shit was out of a movie. A little tumbleweed go by. I swear to God. And I asked the couple, I'm like, I'm looking for the whatever brand gas station it was. Bro, they looked at each other, start whispering shit. I'm like, oh, they about to kill me. I literally left, got back on the interstate until I got to Texas, and I filled up in Texas.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, yo, I ain't never been to New Mexico, and I was scared, champ.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Cool out there is it's just super small town. Like
you ever seen The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm scared.
Well, we're going to take this quick intermission and be right back. Go ahead and give out that social media one more time in case somebody did not hear you.
It's at La Bala Mendoza all across the board. Instagram, TikTok. I just jumped on TikTok, actually.
Nice.
Facebook, everything, man. We all across the board.
YouTube family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.